I think I can only tell you my experience on retention. Okay, my experience with retention of not only your key people but retention in general so far is that there are certain rules to retention. For sure, I have definitely come to understand from my own experiences when I look back and see, who we could retain for very, very long and who we just couldn't, right? Even after doing everything right according to us. It was not great for them, let's say. I think it's really about horses for courses and less about what is it that you can do only. Retention is a two-way relationship. First, we all have to understand that. It will humble you as well, but you have to understand that retention is not about you doing your best. It's also about the other party exactly receiving it as you are doing. And no matter how much you feel, at times they may not. For example, how many brands that you are a customer of, when they wish you happy birthday or anniversary, or when they wish you happy Diwali, you really receive it exactly with the same warmth? You don't. है ना? और कुछ ऐसी ब्रांड्स हैं जिनका मैसेज देख के तुम्हें अच्छा लगता है. कुछ ऐसी ब्रांड्स हैं जिनका मैसेज देख के तुम्हें लगता है क्या ये, कुछ का देख के लगता है स्पैम. एंड फॉर द सेम हैप्पी दिवाली मैसेज you don't really feel the same for every brand. Right? That's the other side of the relationship. That's exactly how your team is. They also don't receive every gesture from your side exactly in the same spirit as you gave it. Both for your reasons and their own reasons. Maybe they're not expecting that from you. Maybe they're not looking for specifically that. Maybe they're looking for something else. I have come to understand that people join you, people get retained, and people leave you for their own reasons. Most of the times. Because अगर ये सच ना होता तो दुनिया की सबसे बेस्ट कल्चर वाली कंपनीज को कोई ना छोड़ता और दुनिया की सबसे घटिया कल्चर वाली कंपनीज को सब छोड़ देते. बट सच ये है कि कंपनीज दैट आर नोन टू हैव द वर्स्ट कल्चर स्टिल हैव थाउजेंड्स ऑफ पीपल. And companies that are known to have beautiful culture still are, spending a lot of money in hiring. So फिर truth क्या है? Truth कहीं इसके बीच में है. That people get retained as much for their own reasons, as much by your actions. And my experience has been that there are two types of people. And today I look at, that as two buckets at least, for a framework for me to create some actionable, I have to bucket them. Of course, life is not that black and white. But these two buckets are, one are those people who are good at what they do and they're looking for stability and predictability with a good culture in their life. And I will define all the three. I think more often than what we would appreciate, especially as startup founders who are continuously living in their dreams, continuously, having high ambition, creating ambition, continuously, thinking about that next thing, bigger goal. There are people in this world who actually want predictability and stability in their life, and they will trade a bigger future for that. Doesn't mean that they're not ambitious. Absolutely not. They're great people, but they expect something from life which may not be absolutely in same plane with you. 90% people are like that. Actually more, but in the context of startups, 90% people are like that. And there's nothing wrong in it. It's actually great if you think about it. Because आपके business के भी दो हिस्से हैं. एक हिस्सा है जो growth वाला part है, जो continuously undefined को chase कर रहा है, जो continuously unstructured को chase कर रहा है, जो continuously dreams chase कर रहा है. And there is another part, which is sanchalan, stability, continuity. Brahma, Vishnu, Mahesh, Indian mythology explains it quite well. Brahma is the creator, Shiv is the disruptor. And then there is Vishnu in between. who's responsible for continuity, संचालन. एंड इसीलिए माइथोलॉजी में लक्ष्मी विष्णु के साथ बैठी हुई है, क्योंकि कॉन्टिन्यूटी में ही पैसा है, डिसरप्शन में कोई पैसा नहीं है. इसलिए भगवान शंकर जो है वो भस्म लगा के हिमालय में बैठे हैं, क्योंकि देयर इज नो मनी इन डिसरप्शन. देयर इज सम मनी इन क्रिएशन, देयर इज अ लॉट ऑफ मनी इन कॉन्टिन्यूएशन. नाउ कॉन्टिन्यूएशन वाला आदमी एक्चुअली आपको वही चाहिए जो शांति से बैठा हो. इसलिए वो लेटे हुए हैं, इसलिए वो किधर जा नहीं रहे हैं, वो चिल हैं एकदम. दैट्स वेरी वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट. दोज पीपल who need predictability, who need stability in their life, they get retained for exactly that. And उनके लिए good culture का क्या मतलब है? उसके ऊपर आता है good culture, which is, to me, good culture is, can you just keep it straightforward? Can you make sure that people know what they need to do? Input. They know what is expected out of them, output, and they know if this much is done, what will I get? And if these three remain in order all the time, nobody in this world can take them away. Absolutely not. I can tell you that their families will not allow them to leave you for right reasons, because if they are going to get brain fried, they're going to take that frustration back home, and families perceive that. हर किसी की फैमिली ये बात जानती है, whether you are male or a female, family knows the soft side of your happiness or your frustration. अगर आप घर आते हो गुस्से में, अगर आप हर कॉल के बाद फ्रस्ट्रेटेड हो, उनको मालूम है, क्योंकि उनको सॉफ्ट साइड दिखती है उसकी. They may not know exactly what is going on with you. And I can tell you that families will, tell them that don't move, stay right there. Everything is going fine. Why do you want to move? They can still leave you, which is also okay. But you can't retain them beyond this point. My experience is that if you provide this, people generally stay with you longer, because you will be able to also appreciate them year on year with at least like a, right kind of value. You should be appreciating them year on year. One, basis their skill and output. Two, beyond inflation. And if you're able to do that, you'll be fine. And then there are other types, which is growth-oriented people. People who, want to work in an environment which is unstructured, who have made peace with uncertainty, right? These are the people who are true startup, people who like to work in trenches with you. They may not be founders themselves, either by choice or by compulsion, but they are actually very important people for you to have around as founder, because they are working with your trust. They are friends with uncertainty, but they need your shield to protect them from like 100% heat, but they can work in that uncertainty. ये वाले वो लोग हो सकते हैं जिनका जाना बहुत पेनफुल भी होता है, क्योंकि वो प्रॉमिसेस कभी कभी जीने मरने के आपके साथ होते हैं, पर फिर एक ऐसा दिन आता है कि आपको लगता है कि अरे क्या हुआ. I think leaving that bad side, my experience is that these are the people who also chase dope. उनको डोपामिन हिट चाहिए, उनको continuous wins चाहिए, and they at times can leave you for greener pastures. I don't know what's the formula to retain them, but I have a lot of such people around me who have, who stood the, test of time. And I also have people who, fizzled out, could not retain. But my understanding is that I think उनके लिए वो जो culture है ना, वो culture predictability और stability का नहीं है. My belief is कि उनके लिए culture की definition आपके साथ alignment है. आप अपने साथ उनको कितना अलाइन रख सकते हो और वो आपके साथ कितनी अलाइनमेंट महसूस करते हैं, उनकी रिटेंशन मेरे हिसाब से उस पर डिपेंड करती है. इफ दे फील अलाइन्ड विद यू, you can be an ass to the world. They'll be fine with you. Because alignment is also a two-way street. And my belief is that wherever anything fizzled out, I think that alignment somewhere got lost. Or somewhere, either the recalibration of their dreams did not align with the path that we were on. कभी कभी कुछ ऐसे लोग होते हैं जो अपनी ड्रीम को डेफर कर रहे होते हैं आपके साथ, यू नो, लेट ग्रेटिफिकेशन, बट सडनली लाइफ में कुछ ऐसा हुआ कि अब उसको कल ही चाहिए सारे रिवॉर्ड. यू सडनली लुक स्टूपिड, you suddenly look like a wrong place. Can it be prevented? I keep thinking about it. I don't know. Do I want to predict and prevent it now? I don't think so. I think in last, so many years, all that I've learned is that it might not be okay in short term. You will feel the pinch, pain, loss, but कोई और option नहीं है. It's better to embrace it and make sure that you continuously figure out what does that alignment mean for each one that are continuing to work with you. What does that alignment mean to you? And you remain aware wherever that alignment is changing. So all you can do is you can keep the awareness high. I don't think you can just predict it or prevent it, even if you're trying. If you're trying to prevent something like this by using words like culture and any other gimmickry, I think you're just being unreasonably unaware, deliberately unaware, and you're not embracing the entropy in the world and the system. There's no point fighting it. You can just embrace it, be aware, and some of these things will be easier, if not easy. I hope ये answer, your opinion, ये thought आपको रिलेटेबल लगा होगा, या हो सकता है ना भी लगा हो. आई वुड वॉन्ट टू नो योर रिएक्शन इन कॉमेंट्स. अगर इस आंसर के ऊपर बहुत सारे सवाल हैं या कुछ सवाल हैं, या इस थॉट को आप चाहते हो दैट आई एक्सपैंड इट इन एनी वे, हाउ यू फील अबाउट दिस, लीविंग अ कॉमेंट फॉर मी is going to be the fuel to make the next one. Thank you.